what if they talk about they got it on their mind? Won't get it off their chest. Act like they got it in their heart. And the same pussy ass niggas go see on their back. Somewhere on their head. Somewhere under that dirt. See, you ain't playing like that. Yeah, I'm with that on the young. Where the hell at, man?
I grew up around triggers, but it wasn't the triggers. It was niggas hugging the triggers that was busting the heads. And I grew up around chickens, but it wasn't the chickens. It was niggas flipping the chickens that was ducking the feds. And I show up with a chopper, and it won't be the chopper. It'll be me busting the chopper. They have a running the skate. And I send you to the doctor, and the doctor can try to complain. The doctor put your bitch ass dead. I ain't never scared, man. I've been out here. Be out here, you come out here, see me out here. Put up with my be out here, I'm trying to get them feet out here. Baby man, y'all know what's up. Y'all saying don't give a fuck. 23s on every truck from me and my niggas blowed up. Move up around licks, but it wasn't the licks. It was niggas fixing the licks that was making the bread. I grew up around bitches, but it wasn't the bitches. It was niggas pimping the bitches that was getting the head. Now hold up. Rugged people, fucking soldier. Tell me how you think you gon' control us. I got pilots with these coppers and all I gotta holler is load up. Now hold up. Rugged people, fucking soldier. Tell me how you think you gon' control us. I got pilots with these coppers and all I gotta holler is load up. I'm telling you now, I don't play no games, cause I be on some gangsta shit. If you ain't gonna creep up on it, let it loose and save you bitches. Let y'all power asses getting scared, now I ain't you bitches. See, I won't be home, so been over. Let me spank you, but you're trading, boy, listen. Them choppers get the dumping and penetrating them chasers. And the way they got me feeling, ain't no sense in way of bitches. I'm straight up blessing niggas, I ain't even asking questions. Shit, nigga, for what? I don't believe in asking questions, I'm a nigga with gut. And before I let a nigga play me, I don't for a fuck. Close range, let's create it. Leave his ass nigga while he's shaking on the pavement. Beat him down like a white man doing safer. People crying for his fucking mama like a baby. Old cushion ass nigga, acting like a bitch and make me whoop your ass nigga. Get your mind right, old pussy ass nigga. Hold up. Rugged people, fucking soldier. Tell me how you think you gon' control us. I got pilots with me coppers and all I gotta holler is load up. Now hold up. Rugged people, fucking soldier. Tell me how you think you gon' control us. I got pilots with me coppers and all I gotta holler is load up. You think this shit a game? Man, you just wait till I come over there. You ain't really gotta change, you might as well just kill yourself. That shit body made of steel, I'm telling you, bring your ass home. I ain't know how to say it. If you on the internet, you blast on niggas with fast on, be on top of you. You gon' think that the live people got you chopping at you. This shit's serious, nigga, my life is wrong. You gon' comment and say inside, watch the comment. Don't get it started unless you really want the shit to get started. Cause when I get started, this shit gon' get retarded, you heard? I grew up with nothing but soldiers and warriors, you heard? When you did common sense, why the fuck you think they call it dirty? A lot of niggas deserve, and I like to see niggas ducking, but not be booting and squirting. Cause they round here thugging when they should be round here twerking. So from here on out, it ain't no fucking mercy. Bitch, now hold up. Rugged people, fucking soldier. Tell me how you think you gon' control us. I got pilots with me coppers and all I gotta holler is load up. Now hold up. Rugged people, fucking soldier. Tell me how you think you gon' control us. I got pilots with me coppers and all I gotta holler is load up.
What's good, everybody? Listen, I don't think you heard me. I'm going to play this one more time, a little bit louder, and then we're going to get into it. Come on, baby. Shout out to the NO, to the boot. Ready. Baton Rouge.
get it off their chest. Act like they got it in their heart. And the same puss ass niggas go see on their back. So on their head. Ain't nothing but that dirt. We ain't playing like that. Yeah, I'm with that on the young. Where the hell at, man?
I grew up around triggers, but it wasn't the triggers. It was niggas hugging the triggers that was busting the heads. And I grew up around chickens, but it wasn't the chickens. It was niggas flipping the chickens that was ducking the face. And I show up with a chopper, and it won't be the top. It'll be me busting the chopper, they have a running the skate. And I send it to the doctor, and the doctor can try to complain. The doctor put your bitch ass dead. I ain't never scared, man. I've been out here, I'ma be out here. They come out here, see me out here. Hooked up with my be out here, now we trying to get filthy out here. Baby, man, y'all know what's up. Yo, Sands don't give a fuck. 23s on every truck for me and my niggas blowed up. I'm up around licks, but it wasn't the licks. It was niggas hitting the licks that was making the bread. I grew up around bitches, but it wasn't the bitches. It was niggas pimping the bitches that was getting the head. Now hold up. Rubbing rugged people, rubbing soldier. Get me hot, let me go control up. I got polish with the coppers and all I gotta holler is load up. Now hold up. Rubbing rugged people, rubbing soldier. Get me hot, let me go control up. I got polish with the coppers and all I gotta holler is load up. I'm telling you now, I don't play no games, cause I be on some gangsta shit. Detroit, you gonna creep up on you, let it loose and save you, bitch. Bitch, I'm out asses getting scared, now I ain't you, bitch. See, I won't be home, so been over, let me spank you, but the tricky boy, listen. Them choppers get the dumping and penetrating them chasing. And the way they got me feeling, ain't no sense in way it fits. I'm straight up blessing niggas, I ain't even ask the question. Shit, nigga, for what? I don't believe in asking questions, I'm a nigga with gut. Before I let a nigga play me, I jump for a fuck. Close range, let's create it. Leave his ass nigga while he's shaking on the pavement. Beat him down like a white man doing slavery. Leave him crying for his fucking mama like a baby. Old cushion ass nigga, acting like a bitch to make me whoop your ass nigga. Get your mind right, old pussy ass nigga. Hold up. Rubbing rugged people, fucking soldier. Get me hot, take you for control up. I got polish with me choppers and all I gotta holler is load up. Now hold up. Rubbing rugged people, fucking soldier. Get me hot, take you for control up. I got polish with me choppers and all I gotta holler is load up. You think this shit a game? Man, you just wait till I come over there. You ain't really got a chance, you might as well just kill yourself. That shit body made of steel, I'm telling you, bring your ass home. I ain't now, I said if you are here, then you blast on niggas with bands on, be on top of you. You don't think they been lying, people got the chopping at you. This shit is serious, nigga, my life is drama. If you gon' comment and say inside and watch the comments, don't get it started unless you really want the shit to get started. Cause when I get started, this shit gon' get retarded, you heard? You up with nothing but soldiers and warriors, you heard? Man, you get common sense, why the fuck you think they call it dirty? A lot of niggas deserve, and I like to see niggas sucking, but not be booting and squirting. Cause they round here thugging when they should be round here twerking. So from here on out, it ain't no fucking mercy. Yeah, now hold up. Rugged people, fucking soldier. Let me hot, let me go control up. I got polish with the cameras and all I gotta holler is load up. Now hold up. Rugged people, fucking soldier. Let me hot, let me go control up. I got polish with the cameras and all I gotta holler is load up.
I do not own the rights to the music that was being played. That was, however, that was Debbie old raw self out of Louisiana. Can y'all hear me okay? Can y'all hear me okay? Please forgive me because I started snacking. Okay, I have started snacking up in here. What am I eating? Apricot. Hey everybody, it's your woman, brand new woman. Welcome to all of my new supporters. Welcome back to all of my returning supporters. Hola, Bronzebird. Digital Pit Boss. Hey, Digital Pit Boss. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Let's see. Welcome, Mother Earth. Emmanuel, good to see you. Oh, you can hear me loud and clear? Awesome. I'm so glad because I do not feel like putting on those earphones. Thank you. So I might open up the panel on this after I talk a little bit. We'll see how I feel. But we're going to talk about what sets you claim. Gangster, being gangster right here on YouTube, okay, for the most part. Now, this came up because I was on someone's channel in someone's chat room recently, and I shared the stream, and then someone came over from over here. One of my subscribers came over, and then the person whose stream I was on, whose stream I was in, asked, said, "You know what, Rainy Woman? I don't even know where you came from." She said, "I don't even know where you came from. What sector you came from?" And it wasn't the first time that that's come up with sector, right? And I've sometimes made mention of quote unquote sectors. Over here in this sector, like Nell Space. What's up, Little Rock? YTBF and whatnot. And so I thought about it. I was thinking about talking about it before anyway. So that just really made me want to go ahead and talk about it some more, actually. What's going on, MC Worker? Good to see you. From Pit Buzz. And so I want to talk a little bit about sectors because here is what first of all, I find it kind of hard really to say or claim any sector because until I've been around YouTube before getting into chat rooms, of course, and before getting on panels and before doing content on my own, I've been, on YouTube for years, listening to different people, getting different information for years. And never really, quote unquote, being in one place, just getting what I needed from whatever I was watching at that time, right? So it could have been something with cooking, new recipes. It could have been something for mental health. It could have been something regarding business. It could have been something regarding careers, money, personal development, pretty much like anything. Oh, and I cannot not say this. And it definitely, a lot of time sermons, minister messages, and music. So it wasn't until deciding to get involved in live chatting and actually subscribing to YouTube, creating a moniker, and before I even heard people identify with different parts of YouTube as sectors. And mainly when I started coming around trying to mingle with my people, because I am a melanated woman. So trying to mingle with more melanated people It wasn't until coming around what I would call the ghetto tube of the ghetto tube. That's what I call it, the ghetto tube of YouTube. That I heard sector, sectors, and I hear it so much now to where it becomes like you got asking someone these days on YouTube what sector you come from is really like asking what set do you claim? What set? And I noticed that a lot of people want to put you in a box, right? Like for instance, okay, like we have digital pit boss in the building, and he comes through, every now and then. He listens to my content a lot of times, in the clouds or something. But once in a while, he drops down in the chat room. Let me do this really quickly too. While I do this. So I build with digital pitfalls, and I know a lot about what digital pitfalls goes on. He's not very active on YouTube these days, but he is definitely active. Like he is like the black, what I call the black, well, not what I call, he's like the black brain trust. Things he talked about on his channel, he actually put into work offline. He making moves out here. Even in the midst of the pandemic, he been out here making moves. But he had a lot of dealings with the conscious community, right? And so you could say that because if you see me around digital pit balls and see him in the chat, you can associate me with the conscious community. Well, now I'm here to tell you that I would not consider myself a part of and never have been a part of the conscious community. No, there was some content that I checked out. I vibed with DPB and I move around. Then, because I've operated a lot in the black manosphere, because being a woman who is fully in tune with her feminine energy, completely embrace all of my womanhood, I will always, no matter where I am, if there is men around, I will always be around masculine energy outside of the masculine energy that I contain within myself. Why? Because I understand the balance, the yin and the yang, and I embrace and I love masculine energy, period. So I was in the black manosphere, right? Listening to some content. And this is before, initially, I didn't even know that I had wandered into the black manosphere. What I thought was I was just listening to black men talk about black men stuff of different ages and seeing how I could relate it to my world, seeing if also how I could use it in this making this having discussions with the younger people around me, especially in my family, the younger men and the younger women, because I am a woman of a mature age. And by all accounts, honestly, I am very much along the more traditional mode of things, a way of doing things. And I know also that while I have a lot of knowledge and experience and wisdom that I can share with my younger generations, I want to also be able to relate by what's going on currently and kind of blend it while dropping my gems to them so that I'm not speaking over them. So I just call myself listening to black men speak. And then I learned that I was in the black manosphere. Now, having said that, I was not trying to be a, um, I was not trying to be a part of the black manosphere. I was not trying to put a flag down and claim anything in the black manosphere. I was just trying to be in a place of masculine energy and learn and be able to take some things away. Got involved in in many conversations on many panels, and that was not the only place that I visited and that I spent time in, right? So, but I definitely knew this. I knew without a shadow of a doubt that I did not want to have my content on my channel be based around the Black manosphere. I did not want to grab topics from and only speak from what I heard in the Black manosphere. And I did not want to be influenced by the Black manosphere. I didn't want to be a representative. I did not want any of that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but because I was embraced in several places in the Black manosphere, and I'm grateful. I'm very grateful for that. And um, yeah, and because I was embraced in several places in Black manosphere, and because of my name sticking out, my presence was pretty much, kind of known. And so now I did want to have some of the conversations, right? I just didn't want my content to be all about that, right? So I swiftly, when I saw people trying to connect me with Nicole Michelle, which, by the way, I am a fan. I do like Nicole Michelle, and Kendra D. And because we had some similarities, a lot of people from that space kind of wanted to have the expectations of me of what they were getting from there and kind of put us, just kind of put me there. And I separated myself because I am reigning woman. I did not come here as a group. I did not come here. I'm a woman, not just a woman, and not just my own woman, but I am a woman once again of a mature age. I do not need any raising. I've had a very solid, very good upbringing. I am very proud of my upbringing. At this point, I don't need any help. I don't need any coaching on being feminine. No, I've got femininity in the bag. I promise you, I've got it. I don't need any help there at all. I got it. All about being a woman and embracing being a woman and relating to me. I got it. Got it in the bag. I've got it covered. But I wasn't trying to prove that either. So, and I didn't want to only be known for those associations either. I didn't want the expectations because what they're doing is what they're doing. It is not what I am doing. It's not my life and it's not my journey and it's not what I am about. And it's not the only thing I wanted this particular platform to be about, this particular channel to be about either. And also, I didn't want my message to get mixed in and mixed up with their message. Their messages are wonderful and fine for their audience. Even if we have shared subscribers, their message is their message and my message is my message. Their voice is their voice and my voice is my voice. So, it was okay for me to support, and I still do. I still do go over and support them. A lot of times I catch their streams and listen to some of their content in the clouds and on a replay because I really do like their content. Some of it, some of it. I don't agree with all of it, not at all. What's good, Auntie? Good to see you. And so, let's see. So leaving there, so it would have been easy for me to be recognized and I would say considered linked up and clicked with the black as a part of the Black manosphere as well. And like I said, I didn't want that, and that's its own sector. So let's talk about B1. Because some people know me from the B1, from being around B1. B1 is where Nyla says and tag exclusives are, right? And you have some people that claim B1, B1 Brigade, B1 Family. I am a B1 supporter. Why? Number one, I like their content. So, yes, you will see me over there. Number two, I am a melanated woman. I am a melanated woman. Things of melanated people, of course, they concern me. But I'm not from the quote unquote, that quote unquote is not my sector. That's not my set. Again, I feel like people try to put you in this box, and I realize that some of that too is because people have been associated strongly with and allowed themselves to be linked up in those boxes. For instance, I don't know if you guys know about the Kanika Jenkins. If you remember the Kanika Jenkins case, the young lady out of Chicago that was found dead in the hotel freezer. Y'all, there is still a quote unquote Kanika Jenkins scepter. I'm like, to me, you cannot make this up. I don't really understand it, but I'm here to tell you, for me, this is what it's like for me. Let me y'all know I like to play with these images. Give me a second. Let's see here. Can I do this? One second. I believe it's this one. Is it this one? Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's not that one. Okay, you know what? Just forget it. I'm just gonna forget it. Anyway, back to so Yeah, but I feel like, they want you to kind of be like throwing up signs or something. Rainy Woman is not throwing up anybody's signs. I'm not. That's just not. I frequent many places on YouTube. Okay, I frequent cooking channels, I frequent military channels, gun channels, hunting channels. I frequent a lot of gospel Hebrew channels. I frequent a lot of personal development and motivational channels. So, what set do I claim? What sector am I from? I am from me. I'm from me. There is no one particular place that you could just really lock me into. I'm not going to claim a sector. I'm not going to claim a set because you know what that's really like as well. Did you hear the song I played coming in? Did you hear that? You got, you have people coming onto YouTube and coming onto their channels, and you go certain places or you go somewhere and people have, they act like, there's beef. Oh, how did I forget? There's a beef sector. Ain't Rain Mama's not gonna do YouTube beef. If I have an issue with someone, I'm going to address an issue. But beef? No, 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 I'm not doing that. You know why I'm not doing it? Let me tell you why. Biggie can tell you for me.
The commission, Uncle Paulie, P. Diddy, Caesar Leo, De Janeiro, Charlie Baltimore, Iceberg Slim, The Bush Shaky, Frank Baby. Yeah, I know what he says. Do you know what I see? Ask yourself, do you know what he says? Ha 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 ha. Check out this facade. Rapper style, keep my beat. The B.I.G. I put my key, you put your key in. Money will be seeing. We'll use the fucking sin. Check it. My calico been caught. This rap out with pitch cop. Drop top notch. Playing even won't stop. This instant. Rappers too persistent. Quick to spit. Biggie ain't no shit. Make my name taste like ass when you speak it. See me in the street, your jewelry, you can keep it. That be our little secret. See me. Be that is, I that is, G Wiz. Motherfuckers still in my bed. I hope they know my niggas better fucking kidnap kids. Fuck them in they ass.
From over the bridge.
That's how it is. My shit is laid out. Fuck that beat shit. That shit is laid out. Y'all got the door. All I make is one phone call. All y'all disappear by tomorrow. All they done to borrow. I don't feel sorrow. Actually, your man passed the gap to me. Now check this, voice beat. Because when you need to, gas to go to sleep. Because when your mom's ain't safe up in the streets. Because when I see you, guaranteed to be in ICU. One more time, voice beat. Because when you make your enemies start your G. Because when you roll no less than 30 deep. Because when I see you, guaranteed to be in ICU. Check it. I done smoke with the best of them, shot at the rest of them, was about 100 or more, maybe less of them, got my rocks on. That nigga from the brook just be styling on you, just be styling on you, and I tried to warn you, but your eyes fucked up. Now I cleared them shits with hits, you on the fucking bench. All in my friends, but sometimes I get kinda peeved at these weak MCs with these supreme ball of life. Lyrics I call them like I see them G. Y'all make it sound like me. I was rapping in the early 90s, far behind me. It ain't hard to find me. Number one with the booyah. Give me the remedy and the chronic. Ain't no telling what I do to y'all. It's obvious the game's new to y'all. Take the ends you make and spend them on the future, huh? One shot, I'm through with just G. Because when you need to, you have to go to sleep. Because when your moms ain't safe up in the streets. Because when I see you, guaranteed to be in ICU. One more time, what's beat? Because when you make your enemies start your cheeks.
Deep is when you roll no less than 30 deep.
Deep is when I see you. Girl, deep is when I see you.
Nothing but smooth sailing. When I spit shots like a smooth sailing. All I got is keep a tough talk for you.
Tie you up.
Cut your balls off just for you. Man, listen, straight torture. Look what that slick shit torture. A first class ticket to Lucifer. Real name Christopher. Watch me set it off like Vivica. Here lies with the mind. Close your eyes, think good thoughts. Down while your skin start to glisten. Pale blue, hands get cold, your soul's risen. It's bad cause I just begun to make this shit real bad. I was having fun. What's deep? Deep is when you need two cats to go to sleep. Deep is when your mom says safe up in the streets. Deep is when I see you.
Girl, deep is when I see you.
What's deep? Deep is when you make your enemies start to G-star. Deep is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Deep is when I see you.
Girl, deep is when I see you. And I'm through.
Like that.
No beef.
Like that.
Then ask yourself, do you really?
Like that.
I like that. Big Notch. Hit me, baby. On and on and on and on. Yeah. Definitely. I don't want to be.
I want to be. I don't want no beef. Now, you know, it's like this, right? We can act like things that's done online and things that's done on YouTube is quote unquote, it's just YouTube. But in reality, people have gotten killed, gotten hurt, gotten robbed from talking smack on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Now, let's be very clear. Raining Woman ain't scared. Raining Woman is very protected. I make no lip. I am protected. And I carry protection. But I'm not trying to test it. And I'm not trying to use it. Ain't afraid to. But what is the point? It is, for me, y'all, it's really too easy to just move around. I hope, intend, plan, and desire to show my listeners, my supporters, my audience, whoever they are, as well as the younger people around me, how to do things differently. Before there was YouTube, before there was social media, and it was just really, really easy to put your hands on people. And it still is, actually, it still is. And a lot of people end up pushing up daisies. That means, getting buried or getting locked up because they can't, because they take everything personal. They don't know how to close their mouths, don't know how to do conflict resolution, don't know how to let things go, don't know how to move around, and just trying to prove a point or trying to prove you bad. Rainy Woman is now going to have a who's bad contest. I'm not going to do it. I didn't do it. Well, I didn't do it growing up. And number one, I don't like that energy. I honestly, I do not like that energy. No, I don't like that energy. When I used to fight, when I did fight, when I did put my hands on somebody, man, listen. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. Nah. I didn't even like then. I didn't even like then for me to be in a position to where I'm going to put my hands on another female. And cause when I fought and when I fight, when I do fight, if you get me there, I'm a pretty patient person, and I thank God for my patience. I really do. I'm a pretty patient person. And it's not really easy to get me upset. Now, back in the day, I did have a little, I admit, in my growing up years, I had, and in my early 20s, first out of the military, you could get it. If you push the button, you can get it. But if I put my hands on you, if you push me to put my hands on you, you find out about big things in small packages very quickly. But that's again, YouTube, social media. It's too easy to move around. And a person shouldn't have to claim sector, a sector, in order for you to be comfortable on YouTube, or in order for you to relate, interact, engage on YouTube. If you can be, I'm going to say this, and this is all an opinion. Remember, I am a highly opinionated woman. But if you can be put into a box, you are easily put into a sector identified by a single sector. You are easily put into a box. If you are easily put into a box, you are easily labeled. If you are easily labeled, it is easy to know what buttons to push on you. If it is easy to know what buttons to push on you, it is also easy to know what to expect from you. I don't do groups. I don't do cliques. Not really. I don't. I play team well, but I don't do cliques. I don't do games. I don't do sets. I don't do any of that. How I move and how I do things and what I do. I claim my name. I claim the Most High. And I claim my family. I claim my military association. That is what I claim. That is what I claim. I'm not going to claim anything. I'm not going to claim anything. I'm not going to claim any other set. I'm just not. So, but it can get very reckless, y'all. It can. And what's not reckless, what's not physical, can be mental, can be emotional, can take a mental and an emotional toll on people as well. You really can be bullied online. You really can be bullied online. Facts. Because people are bullied online, teenagers, young children are committing suicide every day. The suicidal rates among teenagers and preteens has risen since social media. Let that sink in. How many of us have teenagers, preteens in our homes? How many of us have young children in our homes that have access to the internet? Because I am pretty certain that there are pretty good sized number of people, of parents, that do not monitor their children's activities online. Not only do we have children being bullied, but we also have children that are bullies. Neither one of them is good. It's not good to be bullied, and it's not good to be a bully. And contrary to some popular belief, bullies ain't bad. Bullies ain't tough. Most bullies are cowards. Most bullies are cowards. Most gangsters, most gang members, without their set, without their group, without weapons, are cowards. Most of them. Not some of them, not a small number of them. Most of them are cowards. But if you can get someone who has not had the mental and emotional and our spiritual development and maturity to not be able to ward themselves away from people who are sinister. They can become victims of their own hands by committing suicide. Is the emotional and mental anguish that important? And I even will ask you this, right? What makes people get online and feel like you have to prove how bad you are? What makes you feel like you have to prove how tough you are? What? There are a lot of people who had to prove how tough they were, whose lives were cut short. There are a lot of people who had to prove how tough they were, who were robbed of their freedom. And what value is that? I mean, if that's what you want on your resume, if that's the notch that you're looking to get, like if that's the notches that you're collecting, what does that gain you? Because let me tell you something else I know. And I know this from working in corrections and some of the many conversations that I've had. A lot of those people were just miserable. At the end of the day, when their fellow gang members or the people they committed crimes with or that they covered for didn't show up for visits or stopped writing letters, or they didn't send pictures of them having fun, they didn't feel good. Nope, didn't feel good. And people join gangs and stuff for different reasons. They really do. But my question is, too, if you are not a gang member, why are you online trying to prove a point, or online trying to prove how bad or how tough you are online if you're not a gang member? Because what does it gain you? And how do you not be able to separate what's going on YouTube and not take that energy if you're married, have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a wife, even kids? How do you not know? What makes you think, not how you not, what makes you think that energy that you're putting out online is not being transferred and vibrating in your atmosphere offline? If you know anything about energy and the vibration of energy by itself, even if you drink water, or anything, but right now I'm going to say water, and you're online and you're arguing with people, you're cursing out people, you're threatening people, and you're drinking water, do you not know that energy also goes into your water? Do you not know that you consume the same energy? You are just recycling the same energy. If you find yourself in constant chaos, think about what you are engaging in online. Whether you're a gamer, whether no matter where you find yourself, whether you're a gamer, whether you do cooking or whatever, think about how you engage, the energy that you use, how much energy you give to different things, how much of it is clear or how much of it is confusion, how much of it is chaos, how much of it is peace. Now, see, for myself, I understand that if anyone deserves to have a peaceful and whose life should have some sort of managed or a minimal chaos, it should be someone like myself. It definitely should be someone like myself. It could be all of us, but it definitely should be someone like myself. Why someone like me? Well, because I don't have any relationships to stand in the way of me having peace. My relationship with the Most High, my relationship with myself, my relationship with my parents, my relationship with my grandparents and my associations, even when we have conflict, we don't have chaos. And there is nothing that I cannot sever ties, nothing and no one that I cannot sever ties with and still live my life if it means my peace. Is there anyone that would like to come up? I will gladly drop the link if anyone would like to come up and add to the conversation. I have pretty much said what I wanted to say. Listen, you do not have to choose and be boxed into a sector. Don't do that to yourself. Don't be boxed in. Don't allow yourself to be boxed in to sectors based upon anything, not based upon your race, ethnicity, not your culture, not your career, not your talent, your skill, your hobbies. Don't allow yourself to be boxed in, not with your religion, not with any of that. Do not allow yourself to be boxed in. You can be bigger and better than that. There is so much more for you to grab a hold of than being boxed in. You will experience the world a whole lot more different if you do not allow yourself to be boxed in. I'm going to play another song about, this whole beef thing. Let's beef. Let's beef. And I'm going to go through the chat.
That's why I fuck your bitch, you fat motherfucker. West side, bad boy killers. You know who really is. First, so fuck your bitch in the click you claim. West side, when we rock, when we quit the game. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. We bust on bad boys, niggas fuck for life. Plus, fuck each other, see me, we hearts are red. Ricky's all the junior rock, yeah, some mark ass bitches. you finish, now you're about to feel bad for a minute. Nigga, I am up. It's out. You motherfuckers know what time it is. I don't even know why I'm on this track. Y'all niggas ain't even on my level. I'm gonna let my little homies ride you bitch made ass girl.
Get out the way, yo. Get out the way, yo. Biggie Small just got dropped. Little move past the back. And let me hit him in his back. Frank White needs respect. Frank was setting traps. Little accident murderer. And I ain't never heard of ya. Boy, this cat attack when I'm serving ya. Straight to shack your own style when I came. Go out your range from the slam your ass in the clip. Probably you get in the fucking walk. I'm running the nigga. And I'm smoking to you walk here in front of you, nigga. With the race power. Touching my hands under my Eddie power. And not petty style. All this back in this area. And hit him up.
Grab your blocks when you see you pop. Call the cops when you see you pop. Who shot me but your pulse getting finished? Now you're about to feel the brand for a minute. Nigga, we hit them up. We probably do it. Keep it real. Penitentiary steal. This ain't no freestyle battle. All you niggas getting killed with your mouth open. Trying to come up off of me when the clouds open. Talking numbers like a Sherman. Niggas think they learn to fly. But they burn, motherfucker, you deserve to die. Talking about you getting money, but it's funny to me. All you niggas did to throw me while you fucking with me. I'm a self-made millionaire. I'm living out of prison, pistols in the air. Biggie, remember when I used to let you sleep on the couch? And Baker used to let you sleep in the house. Now it's all about Versace. You copy my style. 5 shots couldn't drop me. I took it and smiled. Now I'm about to set the record straight. With my AK, I'm still a thug that you love to hate. Motherfucker, I hear him.
AW jerk, who claim murder's curve. What's up? You bring the drop with all you heard. Like we check this scenario. Little things I
People are not there.
these copy please in stereo. Little kisses and click up a dope up. You walk with fake smoked up. What the fuck is you stupid? I can't call you crashing and action too broke. When my fake loot shoot that police in your block with bitches shot. Pop live, see it out. Arrow, my feels big. But up another notch in your box. Top we rock this rock. On your fake ass East Coast rock. Brainstorm and lock.
You's a beat writer, a rock style nigga. I take it to your face, you ain't shit but a nigga. So when it happens, they get a chaser. You get ready for the paper. I mean, I'm about to sing out of paper. I know, but no, season in the choke. We ain't no motherfucking joke. Nah, my niggas better be known. We approach it, ain't a lot of a girl smoking. No people hoping this is battle close. I got a close, shoot the phone, pop and roll. Nigga, I hit 'em up. Now you tell me who won. I see them, they run. They don't wanna see us. Old Junior Mafia clique, dressing up trying to be us. How the fuck they gonna be a mom when we always on our job? We millionaires. Killing they career, but somebody gotta do it. Oh yeah, Mom D. You wanna fuck with us? You know, young ass motherfuckers. Don't want these niggas got sickle cell or something. You fuck with me, nigga, you fuck around, have a seizure or heart attack. You gotta back the fuck up when you get smacked the fuck up. That's how we do it on our side. Ain't you niggas from New York that wanna bring it, but we ain't singing, we bringing drama. Fuck you and your motherfucking mama. We gon' kill all you motherfuckers. Now when I came out, I told you it was just about me. And everybody had to open their mouth with a motherfucker on me. Well, this how we gonna do this. Fuck Mom D. Fuck Biggie. Fuck Bad Boy as a staff. Record label and as a motherfucking crew. And if you wanna be down with Bad Boy, then fuck you too. Chino XL, fuck you too. All you motherfuckers, fuck you too. All of y'all motherfuckers, fuck you, die slow, motherfucker. My phone make sure all y'all kids don't grow. You motherfuckers can't be us, so see us. We motherfucking backslide riders, what side do we die? Out here in California, nigga, we born you, we'll bomb on you motherfuckers. We do our job. You think you wild, nigga, we the motherfucking wild. Ain't that for killers and the real niggas, all you motherfuckers strippers. Our shit's go triple and 4 quadruple. Niggas mad cause our staff got guns in their motherfucking belt. You know how it is when we drop records, they rip. Niggas can't fit it. We the realest. Fuck them. We Bad Boy kill.
Biggie and Tupac, two beautiful artists that died by the gun. What's going on, Coach Malik and Over?
Hey, Lena. How you doing? Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm blessed and I'm grateful. And I can hear you too, Coach Malik.
So what we got going on tonight? You playing all type of gangster music and stuff?
See, Over, you know I'm gangster. Get out.
Randy nickname is Hollow Point. Oh man.
What you got on the topics here?
Oh, I have no comment on the topic. I was just coming up because it's been a while since I clicked the link when you dropped the StreamYard link. I
I
don't I
know
didn't even
acting funny. And what you're gonna make me do is you're gonna make me, because you know I have time and resources and funding,
yes.
and you're going to make me catch one of these COVID flights all the way up to the New York and come see you and put some hands on your kneecaps, okay?
Yeah, it's
But
gonna be it's gonna be my kneecaps. It's not gonna be any higher than that. But I definitely feel you.
just so you know, you can get that work. Your knees can get it, okay?
It's
Don't think
cold. It's cold now. I don't know if you want to come up here. It's so cold.
I have jackets, I have boots, I have scully masks. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you got the ski mask?
Yes, don't worry about
Y'all Houston people love y'all ski mask out here.
it. So don't worry about it. Coach Malik, what you got there? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Welcome to my panel and my channel.
Thank you. I know I had saw your avatar in some other places, so it was nice to see you over by beach. I don't know where it was, but I always was curious about your name. So you answered that for me the other night.
Well, I'm
And
glad. Thank you.
I think a lot of we organize stuff into containers and boxes and groups to make it easier to control. And when people try to push you in a box, that's just really them trying to control you because they can kind of guess where you're going to go, what you're going to do. And the people that want to control other people the most are generally the weakest. Now, they may be physically strong and mentally weak,
Yes.
but it is a red flag. You know, sometimes we don't see the arrow pointing down to us saying, me, 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 me. But when I hear people trying to dictate where people go, it's like, it's a lot. It's a lot. People should be able to come and go. And as Black people, we've been told all our life what we can do, what we can't do, what we can be. We can't listen to alternative music. You can't be a nice person and be successful. People just try to box you in. And generally, my theory is a lot of people that was not that person in high school, maybe they were the bully, but for the most part, they not. Then they come and try to become that person. And unfortunately, we envy the oppressor and we choose all of their ways all of the time.
Oh, wow. Hmm. Repeat that.
We envy the oppressor and we choose all of their ways all of the time. If you were bullied, you're gonna go that extra mile to make sure your child ain't probably raising a narcissist or become that person or something. So we don't want to be victims, so we become the victimizer.
That is facts.
And then I don't know. Sometimes I think people took like the little bus sometimes because they got very little information and they make entire trilogies out of such a small amount of information about a person. And you only see just a small part of people here. And
Yeah,
we won't even get to see the whole person because this space don't even allow for people to open up and show another side. They write your story before you able to tell your story.
exactly. I completely agree. You know, we take for granted the time that we have, the power that we have. And a lot of times I think that we choose to use our power in a negative way. It can serve to be a benefit maybe at times, but most of the time it's working against us, even though we think it's working against somebody else.
Yeah. So I guess it's like eat the meat and spit out the bones. Find the good parts of what you see and what you like, and let the rest roll off. But I'm happy finding some more spaces opening up, finding different people in different sectors, and I'm gonna visit them all what I feel like visiting at the time. and hopefully, I can learn something and stuff. So that's about it. And I just wish people lighten up, and let the space people develop organically. I don't have to agree with everything that you do or like everything you like. We may just like politics, or something like, but, let people do what they do, whatever you enjoy and y'all have in common, enjoy that, laughing at, and then don't limit other people. That's about it.
I completely agree with you. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Well, it's been a long day.
Okay, well, for coming up, I appreciate it, and for dropping the gems that you just dropped. I really, really appreciate it. And
Uh,
Silva, thank you as well, Silva.
Good
Yes,
night.
indeed.
You got to come through again. I just want to get these hands on the kneecaps.
Hey, listen, my kneecap safe and secure.
Because I can also pack a ladder, or I can buy a ladder when I get there.
Well, I can't help you with the ladder. You're gonna have to go to Home Depot, and they put that stuff on the higher shelf. So you're gonna have to work for that.
Because men are always willing to help bring a woman.
Listen, anyway, I'm going to go to sleep now.
Good
Okay,
night.
you can enjoy your gangster rap music and you hit 'em high and all that other stuff. And I'll speak to you later.
Good night.
Good night.
I'm gonna go back to the chat and play a couple of more songs, and then we're going to get out of here. Mother Earth said she was crip walking. Let's see, let's see. Absalom says we gotta take care of our people first and foremost. Silva says that the bullies are big time cowards and crybabies, um, and the gang members, most gang members. Then he said the devil stay busy working overtime. Absalom said that. I agree, Absalom. I praise you to the Most High. Coach Malik said, we organize things in groups slash categories for efficiency to make easily controllable. People should not be controlled. People are not things. Emmanuel said it be the, the little ones with the quiet, soft voices. You know, Randy Woman is pretty and patient, pretty patient. Thank you. Thank goodness. That's from the Most High, honestly. You can still reach out and touch it in effort. Exactly, Auntie. People can still get that work. Yeah, they be down with the docs of film. Yes, yes, the beef sector, and well, and other people too. They will dox you, Auntie. All your business will be on Front Street. It should be fun and entertaining. It goes way too far sometimes. Yes, yes. YouTube and even engaging. I mean, you like Coach Malik said, you're not going to agree with everything someone says and does, not in the chat room, not in the comment section, and not on panels, and not even with your favorite content creators. You're just not, right? But it should still be fun. It should still be entertaining, and it should have its limit on the chaos or confusion it brings to your world and your atmosphere. Unless you want to marry YouTube, marry social media, that's a different story. Let's see, El Nixon. Jack Spade, hey Jack. Jack says, oh my, I roll it onto the spot with the thug music harking in the distance. Oh, speaking of which, let's see here. What I'm gonna say next? We are not gonna go through this without watching.
when they rap they songs. They claim we took the heat, they quick to clap they guns.
Hey, what is this going on today?
Never planned they run. The fucking thing you fooling, dog. I live this shit. I know what when niggas faking, I live this shit. You get running all you want, but when your hands get tight, then you can rest and show nigga your hands get down. I'm saying that to say this, I can block those hits. I'm connected in every city, don't block those shit. I ain't even gotta say these niggas know my size, a nigga made. Therefore, whoever brought those down, money changing motherfuckers making hoes grow nuts. You a bad motherfucker, you don't give no fuck. Let me think you best reality, go shit real. You a target, niggas in Houston want you killed. Ain't talking till it's over, southside the pipes. 33rd in this bitch, take risks for life. Dedicated to these niggas living, raise that shit. Let the real niggas shout it out, scream that shit. Never lie, I'm not a bitch, I'd rather die. They never change me, not even time. I make the money, don't make me a dime. I never snitch, I'll never lie. I'm not a bitch, I'd rather die. They never change me, not even time. I make the money, don't make me a dime. Everybody want heaven, but nobody wanna die. And now these niggas want your ass, you makes you wanna hide. But I ain't gon' help you, shit know that come a day. When destiny will catch up to your ass, you really got to pay. Every dog has got his day. That moment you ain't the time, what you do goes back to haunt you through. That's the bottom line, nigga. That is over for you, dog. It ain't my fight now. In the street against the streets, and you wish you was right now. But that was shoot shit to a bed. You want a nigga spit there. Anyway, you think you're running off, so I got hit there. I'm scared, don't show it. You're dead, you don't know it. Or maybe give me something in your head to get the dope. You know I'm behind the law. You know I heard your plan to keep me. We didn't protect you, they don't help you got to see me. I speak about this shit, yo, I speak this shit so free. Man, I can't wait to pitch your brain in the man. I'm a snitch, I'll never lie. I'm not a bitch, I'd rather die. They never change me, not even time. I make the money, don't make me a dime. I never snitch, I'll never lie. I'm not a bitch, I'd rather die. They never change me, not even time. I make the money, don't make me a dime. A lot of times a nigga miss it, getting caught up in the glamour. You wanna fuck with me, you know you face the family hammer. And I don't wanna talk, I wanna see you in that alley. Choking on the bullet, standing on that stairway to heaven and hell. The river's ringing your bell, it's getting hard to get hell. Spirits in your shell, you're popping out of your body. Somebody with the shot, he got caught up. Shame stuck the lens like that. You know emotions are hardest, so when it's time to have a murder, I'm honest. Follow my victims, murder, then I murder. No fingerprints, witnesses, nobody knows the thing. The group off in the streets, you must have thought it was a game. It's meant to set examples, that way niggas know the price. You gamble with the real, you gotta pay it back with life. So gamble with the dice, place your bets and roll it once. You crack when you coming out, you bitch, you getting hard. I'm a snitch, I'll never lie. I'm not a bitch, I'd rather die. They never change me, not even time. I make the money, don't make me a dime. I never snitch, I'll never lie. I'm not a bitch, I'd rather die. They never change me, not even time. I make the money, don't make me a dime. I never snitch, I'll never lie. I'm not a bitch, I'd rather die. They never change me, not even time. I make the money, don't make me a dime. I never snitch, I'll never lie.
We thank goodness that Scarface is still here. He humble like a mug these days. He is very humble. Okay, everyone, I want to thank you all for tuning in for the message. Again, asking, and being locked in with a quote unquote sector is like asking what set you claim. So don't allow yourself to be boxed in. Go out and expand yourself. Remember to guard your energy, your spirit. Watch the chaos and confusion. Don't try to be, don't try to prove yourself all the time. You have to prove how bad you are, how tough you are on social media. And you don't have to prove how tough you are, honestly, offline. If you can walk away from a situation, if you can move around, please go ahead and just do just that. That does not by any means make you weak. It does not make you soft. It could be the difference between your sanity, your peace, your clarity of direction and purpose, being able to be focused, and your life. And it also can make a difference in your atmosphere around you. And think about what I said about when you're recycling this kind of energy, chaos, rage, confusion, bullying, quote unquote, and beefing. Remember that you are also consuming that if you are eating and drinking while you are raging. You're putting that energy even over your food and your drink. So, oh, and something else, this energy also is carried in your skin and in your hair. hmm Your hair is truly your crown. So let that marinate. Have a good night. All right. And don't try to prove anything to anyone except unless it's just your character. And I'm out. Good night.